Hello my friends and welcome to episode 36 of our Football Manager 2019 Let's Play with Rangers. Today we're jumping straight into an Old Firm game. The last episode we played AC Milan. If you haven't seen that yet, go check it out. But the second of those legs was 2 days ago. So we're coming into this game maybe a bit fitness tired. And that will affect our starting lineup. But it means that there's also no games to go through. So we're jumping straight in. We've got David Ray in goal, Paslak, Holding, Katic and Charlie Taylor in defence with Fosu Mensah, Jadis and Palmer in the midfield. Malcolm Solomon and Julian Von Moos getting his first Old Firm start against Ole Gunnar Solskjaer making his managerial debut in the Old Firm. Daniel Sturridge also makes his debut up top for Celtic in this game. Nietzsche nearly moved in January, but terms couldn't be agreed between him and a couple of actually pretty major moves. There was some big money. I suspect he will go in the summer, but not for anywhere near as much money, because I remember the year that Tierney left, big money trade was offered in the January. They turned them all down and then sold them for about half the value. In fact, when you include add-ons, it's about a third the value for some of the offers in the January, which is quite interesting. As they start well, it's whipped in. It's just going to go wide from Martinez there. Not a good start from us early doors. I mean, you can see the fitness levels differences already. They're all fairly medium to high 90s, whether we were starting in low 90s to late 80s. Not ideal situation for such a game, but they've not got European football. They finished 4th in their Champions League group, which really isn't good enough, while we have obviously got to the quarterfinals of the Europa League. So we are flying the flag for Scotland and Europe left. Now, we have drawn Dynamo Kiev in the next round, which was probably one of the better ones to draw. I said before that just give me any one of the three, bar one of the three English teams, and I think we can have a chance of getting to the semi-finals. I was kind of hoping some of the English teams would clash together. If this game continues like this, by the way, I will throw in whatever the next game that we've got to play. I think it's Motherwell in a couple of games' time, in just as a sort of bonus game, because I was going to do this as a one-game episode, but right now there's not been a whole lot to watch, as Olivier has the ball at the end of that highlight. Not been a good first half for us. We really need a bit of something to happen in the second half, but right now it's just not looking like it's happening every highlight, and all the ball seems to be with Celtic. We're just too tired, and obviously we have such a pressing tactic. Maybe that fitness level is coming into play as it's played back to Livakovic. Julian Von Moos doesn't really close down the way that Solanke does as well. Taylor with a sort of back flick to Fosu Mensah, and it's launched forward, but not getting to Von Moos with that one. But if the clearance falls to Manor Solomon, Von Moos, can he find Solomon again? He can, but it's not very good. But it falls to the £10 million striker who hits the post. He just doesn't look like the player I was hoping to get, does he? When I bought him and the scouts were raving about him, I was expecting a player that would come in, knock Solanke out the team with a fair amount of ease. And genuinely right now, I feel that Dominic Solanke is the better of the two options, and it's not the reason why I'm bringing him on right now, but it's one of the reasons I will bring Patrick Roberts on for Malcolm as well. Get some real fresh legs up there, hopefully get a goal. I mean, this is must win for us in every sense of the word. As Fosu Mensah clears, Shong, Denswell, Kramer, Denswell again. It's got Nietzsche in space. Denswell, oh, that's a great ball into Milang, who's in space. Aranzi, no way. That was all player ref. All ball even. It's in the back of the net from a nonsense penalty there. When you think of some of the decisions that refs have gave against us in Old Firm games, I'm sure the first game of the season as well was a similar one, where there was a penalty that I was like, it's never a penalty, and it was at such an important time in the game. That was when we were both unbeaten, if I mind correctly. It was either this season or last season. We were 1-0 up, We conceded straight into the second half, and then there was a really never a penalty given that they scored, and that was us down and buried in that game. This game, they've got a nonsense penalty, and it looks like it's going to give them 3 points and probably hand them the title as well. I don't know what to say about the refereeing decisions in these Old Firm games. It's a rather frustrating. Mealing, Charlie Taylor away, Paslak away, not really done anything here. Nicham, Griffiths, that's in. He's on that left foot, there's not a whole lot we can do. Game over. And our unbeaten run comes to an end. Their unbeaten runs ended as well as John Hughes on loan from us to Aberdeen, of course, scored the 87th minute winner for them to end Celtic's, I think it was 33 game unbeaten record. We don't need to see this again. Oh, that's horrific line there from Charlie Taylor. Just doesn't look along the line. I mean, even then, they've made one sub to us making 3, and you can still see the fitness difference. It's unbelievable. That's just not the ideal time for an Old Firm game for us. But that's no excuses. We should have done better than this. Just not been good enough in an attacking sense. And that sort of ends that. So, when do we come back? I think we're going to come back for the Dynamo Kiev first leg. And I'll work out how the split looks after that. From memory of how the fixtures were looking, which I will try and show you just now. But I think that's the league as good as gone with that 2-0 defeat here. As you see, we've got the 2 games in hand, so that would take us to 75. We're still going to be 10 points behind with 6 games remaining. It's too much. Title has gone, I'm afraid, guys. And if I can hit schedule instead of squad, so Dynamo Kiev is pretty much straight after Hearts. So we'll come back for that first leg, probably the second leg as well, depending on what game's in between. Another disappointing result against Celtic. We've not beat them this season other than that Betfred Cup final. A 2-1 defeat there. We beat them in the Betfred Cup final 2-1, and we lost 3-0 here. So it was 0-0 at half time, and then they got those 2 goals straight after it, and I felt that knocked us down. Solanke missed just beforehand. So I'm right in thinking 2 very, very frustrating penalties for us in one season against Celtic, and it's cost us points. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, hit like, hit subscribe, and I'll catch you all next time.